are officially on the road to WrestleMania. We have just gotten past a reasonably successful TLC pay-per-view, but we have 4 shows now before WrestleMania, and where we get to see if we win or lose this series. And that starts today with the first of our final 4 shows. Let's get into it, shall we? Let's run the intro. Hello everybody, my name is Bragster and welcome back to Tag Team Turmoil, where as you can see we're only 30,000 fans behind Adam Pearce's Raw, but we have a lot of money in the bank, so not the pay-per-view, but we have a lot of money in the bank, so we can possibly put on some bigger shows on the road to WrestleMania. But we have had a few problems recently with rivalries. As you can see, the budget there isn't actually showing what we've got because it's updated since the release of Eric. Speaking of that, this is our roster currently. We pointed out the stamina problems last time. They're still there now. Randy Orton's going to be back in a week's time. We might have to sign some new people. You know, looking at the list, you've got the likes of MVP in there. Now, bear in mind that Omos is on our roster. We could possibly put MVP and Omos together like they are in real life. Looking at who we could possibly get from the Legends side, you've got the likes of Road Dogg, Jesse James and Razor Ramon in there, who are known for being in tag teams. So and Farouk is even in there as well, who's known for being in tag teams. So there's a few that we can possibly get, but we're just gonna have to see. We're gonna have to go and book our show and see what happens. So let's book the show. Right, so I've booked the show. Well, I think I have anyway. We've got the power cards here. We're going to do a small little house spar. Now, it's between Kofi Kingston or Natalya for me, but because Natalya's got the title, we might want to put on a couple of title matches, maybe one just before the pay-per-view anyway. So at least this way it gets Natalya back. So yeah, let's try him. We'll put that on Natalya and hopefully she comes back soon enough. The other one we want to use is the Veto Random Superstar. We have spent a lot of money on this show, and I'll show you why in a second. We do want to veto a Random Superstar, I feel like, for this show, for the next show. Or maybe we should hold on to it. I think maybe we should hold on to this, just in case maybe we get one for the pay-per-view. So that'll be a good idea. We haven't fulfilled the Commissioner goal. Our show logistics are we're in the big stadium with the veteran crew, advanced lights, effects and pyro, and a viral campaign, the usual. And this is our show. We've got Otis versus Xavier Woods in an Extreme Rules match. Then we're going to have Naomi call out Natalya. They are both very, very tired. Then we've got the big card of Riddle versus The Undertaker. And not only is The Undertaker coming in, he's not coming in on his own, he's coming in with Kane. We are going to be doing the Brothers of Destruction versus RK Bro at WrestleMania. We're just waiting for Randy Orton to come back. That's literally all we're waiting for. Then we've got Billy Kay versus Peyton Royce in the mid card in a tables match. Not gonna lie, running out of people, running out of uses for people, so the Iconics are going to face each other. I do want to apologise for the women's division in this series because they have been booked terribly. But until literally this week, where the women's tag team division has actually started to get some tag teams, I've had none to play with for the entirety of this series. So apologies to the Iconics, but it's been very, very tough for me to book them. Then we've got Omos calling out Kofi Kingston. And in the main event, Ivar, our most popular superstar, will be facing up against Chad Gable for the Universal Championship. Now, I was going to do Omos versus Kofi for the championship, and I partly still want to. I'm not going to lie. I still kind of want to do it. I don't know whether I'll do the title switch in the future, but this match, they're both currently fit enough to wrestle. So why not put them in a title match? Why not get that boost of having a title match on the card and get that done? They're going to be one of my rivalries going forward. And if I need to make the switch, I'm pretty sure I can put in some sort of match, whether that be Ivar versus Kofi, whether that be Omos versus Gable, or whether that's just Gable maybe versus Kofi Kingston. It's been a while since their rivalry. So either way, I think we can find a way of doing it. It might not be the best match in the world, but I'm sure we can bump it up. But that is our show. I'm not sure if this is going to do very well, I'm not going to lie, but there's only one way to find out. Let's get into the show. Right, so we're starting off the show with Otis versus Xavier Woods in an Extreme Rules match. Who's coming away with the victory? It's Otis coming away with the victory in a 3.5-star match. Very nice opener there. Naomi's going to be calling out Natalya. She does, and it's a new rivalry, which is very good to see. I don't think we got to actually pay off that rivalry. I think we overrode it with the Sasha Banks rivalry. So I've ended up going back to what I was initially going to do anyway. I don't know how it's worked out like this, but it has, and I'm not really complaining, to be honest. And then we've got Riddle versus The Undertaker in a normal singles match. What's it going to be? The debut of The Undertaker is ruined by Riddle, who won the match. It's a 3-star match, and it starts a new rivalry, which is very nice to see. 3 stars is pretty good, I'm not going to lie. We've got then Kane doing a charity promo, which is good. Gets us some extra fans, which I feel like we might need. Then we got a tables match between Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, which was won by Peyton Royce in the end in a 1-star match. That was absolutely shocking. It was not going to be very good. Then we got Omos calling out Kofi Kingston, which does start a rivalry. It's a good promo. And the main event, Ivar versus Chad Gable for the Universal Championship. Who's going to be our champion? Ivar is our champion in a 3.5-star match. And it starts a new rivalry. Do you know what? Apart from that mid-card match, which I think was almost unavoidable, that was a very, very good show for us. Very, very good show. And let's see how they do. They've got Brock Lesnar and Cameron Grimes versus R-Truth and John Cena. They've got a lot of people that could get injured in this one. Brock Lesnar and Cameron Grimes get the victory, but no injuries. And it's a 3-star match, so it's worse than our opener. Then they've got Becky Lynch with a South promo, which is excellent, as we'd all expect. Then we've got Yokozuna versus the Hurricane. What a matchup that would be. Who's going to come up with the victory on this one? The Hurricane got the victory in a 2.5-star match, so not that good, to be honest. Then we got Indy Hartwell calling out Rhea Ripley, which is a good promo, advances that rivalry. Then we got Austin Theory versus Apollo Crews in the next one, with Austin Theory coming away with the victory in a 3.5-star match, and it's a level 4 rivalry. That's going to be a very good match at the pay-per-view. Then they've upped Damian Priest's popularity by 4, and the main event, Roderick Strong, Pete Dunne in a singles match. Who's going to come away with the victory? Roderick Strong gets the victory in a 3.5-star match. No injuries. How they've gotten away with that, I really do not know. And it's very even, I have to say. Apart from that one mid-card match, we had some good booking. They had some good booking. But if you look at our rivalries, we've had a few new ones start. We've had 4 new rivalries start in this one. Maybe one of them didn't need to, and the other one's just ticking over as it should. And they have progressed a couple of rivalries, but nothing more than that. It's going to be close. It's going to be interesting to see how much we gain by here. We gain by nearly 18,000, but we gain a lot in money, actually. We gain $153,000 dues, which is brilliant for us, really. And Billie Kay is apparently really good at tables matches, which is nice to know. I mean, it's pointless to know because I'm not really going to use her, but it's good to know nonetheless. We do stay second. How much do they gain by? Because I'm worried it's going to be a similar amount. They gain by 15,000, so we are gaining on them, which is nice to see. Apparently, Brock Lesnar and Cameron Grimes work really well as a tag team, which is very odd. And they managed to gain a lot of money too, getting up to nearly $450,000 dues. But that, for us, that's okay because we spent a lot of money on signings. We spent 190,000 on signings of getting The Undertaker and Kane, so I don't necessarily mind that. I mean, today's been a very decent show for us. So as you can see here, they have got about 50,000-60,000 more money than we do. But in terms of fans, it's closing the gap. 28,000 now. It's slowly closing. They've got Brock and Becky as their champions. We've got Ivar and Natalya as our champions. I don't know what's happened in this series, but we have Ivar as genuinely our best person on our roster. It's incredible to see. So we're getting into our emails now. We got Chad Gable coming to us saying something I've wanted to say for a while, boss. What is it? I'm getting a little tired of being a bad guy all the time. I want to hear the crowd cheering for me, not booing me in every show, and I know I'd do better in that role. How about it? If you weren't, if you had come to me before the show I've just done, I might have considered it, but I don't think we got anyone really to go against either otherwise. So unfortunately, Chad, there's no chance of that. That's going to drop his popularity quite a bit. Small decrease. I might play our little morale card that's on your DeVille gets just to keep him on our good side, but not very good in there. Shayna, hey, what amazing growth we've seen lately from SmackDown. I like to stay humble when I can, but you have to admit you've seen some amazing growth out of me as well, right? Yes? What do you want? I'm not sure what I'm expecting out of this, but I had to let you know I'm pretty important to SmackDown, aren't I? The fans can see that, can you? I absolutely appreciate what you're doing. Here's a 50k bonus. No, I appreciate you, I do, but despite your popularity, I can't show you special treatment. That's not happening, Shayna. You need to treat us equally. Sounds like an excuse. Major decrease to Shayna's morale there. That's not great. We need at least one tables match. We can do that for definite. 100% we can do that. But we're definitely going to be using the Ray's entire roster's morale because it needs to be done. But looking at our roster, our champion Ivar on 92 popularity. He's absolutely smashing it at the moment. And that rivalry with Chad Gable is going to be brilliant if them two can pull it off. There's a lot really we can do here, and I'm really excited to see what we do. But without further ado, that does bring an end to the episode. Thank you ever so much for watching. Make sure to hit that like button, do comment anything down below, and if you're new here, please do subscribe for more stuff like this, and I shall see all of you in the next video. See ya! Do you know what? For a show I wasn't that confident in, that went really bloody well, didn't it?